Hi, my name is Bonny. I'm the singer of Ad Infinitum. Ad Infinitum is a symphonic metal band, and we released our debut album in April 2020. What is the meaning behind the band name? Well, it means into or two infinities, so I guess it means that I hope you like us because we're going to stick around for a while. Can you tell us a little bit about Chapter 1 Monarchy? Can you talk about the lyrics on this release? Yeah, of course. So Chapter 1 Monarchy is our debut album, and it's not like a typical concept album because we really wanted to leave room for interpretation, which means that there's some kind of theme that the whole album has been inspired by the life of Louis XIV. However, it's been done in a way that is abstract enough so anyone can, interpret the lyrics the way he or she tend to understand them. Why did you decide to release Chapter 1 Revisited? What was the aim to make an acoustic album? Well, we decided to make an acoustic album when we slowly got to realize that we would not be able to go on tour. We thought, okay, we have to do something more. We don't want to spend an entire year before another release, doing nothing and just releasing this first album and then disappearing. And since the response to Chapter 1 Monarchy and also the bonus tracks that we had on it, the acoustic tracks, was good, we decided to explore a little bit more that path. Can you tell us about the place where Marching on Versailles was filmed? Yeah, of course, it was in Innsbruck, in some kind of cave, actually. It was very cold. It was was it in November or December? I think it was in December. And I remember we had the heating system like going crazy in the place where we were dressing up and doing the makeup and everything. But in the place where we actually filmed, it was freezing. Although we also had a heating system there, but it was still freezing. Why is history theme important to Ad Infinitum? It's not that it's important, it's just like something that appeals us, and I think we're all interested in history. And I personally like to create lyrics that are related to some events and to explore a little bit. It was very interesting to dig into the pages of Wikipedia and just check out my knowledge of history and make sure that I had first of all the right information and not mixing with other people, and also for whenever people are asking me questions, just to refresh my memory and make sure that I'm not saying anything stupid. So yeah, but I think it's just because we are interested in history in general and in saying a little bit more than just personal stories. Melissa, how do you feel to participate in several bands? Well, I have two bands and it's okay for now because Ad Infinitum is very active at the moment with the releases that we had recently, while Bridge of Light, released an album last year and now is more in the phase of composition, and we also decided to go back to the previous formula, which was more of a single releases and video releases rather than album release. So it just matches. Can you tell us about your cooperation with Naval Records? Well, I think it's been crucial for Ad Infinitum because we're newcomers and we don't have, we are creating our fan base. We are starting to reach people, and through the channels of Napalm Records and with their experience in the business, it was just a perfect collaboration to get the band started and to to reach more people than we would have only through our own channels. Do you think it's important to have a label deal? I think you can still go a long way without a label if you have the right tools, marketing experience. But I would definitely say that for us, it was a great help, and besides, it was a very positive collaboration with a very nice team. So the dynamic made it much better than it would have been if we had to figure out everything on our own. Have you had to postpone many shows due to COVID-19? Yeah, actually, we had to postpone 3 tours, which is insane because, you know, you get to that point where you actually receive quite a lot of offers, actually, and you're like super excited because it was the first time in our career. You know, usually when you start, when you're a new band, you have to chase opportunities, and very often the first ones are not very good. And in this case, we had very good opportunities from the beginning, and we had to postpone 3 tours, and it was just like, okay, well, guess we will make more songs in the meantime. Have you had any epic fails during live performances? Yeah, actually, I've had this epic fail when I was like starting to sing and nothing was happening, and I was like, the mic doesn't work, the mic doesn't work, and then someone is like, is it turned on? And I'm like, totally. It was not. Any new music that has impressed you? Yeah, actually, I discovered this year the band Pyramids, and I really like them. It's just totally my style of music, and I discovered this song called Particle, and I was singing it. Like when I discovered it, I was singing it all the time, all the time, and the entire album is great. How do you feel the COVID-19 pandemic will affect the music scene? I think people won't anymore take things for granted and be very careful about, you know, for example, when you prepare a tour, usually prepare everything very much in advance. And I think that a lot of bands lost a lot of money on, you know, booking tour buses and flights and everything. So I guess people will be much more careful about everything afterwards. And I think also on the positive side, that people will be so much more excited to, you know, both play live and attend shows. So I think it's gonna be a bigger party. Can you tell us a little bit about the music scene in a small city like Montreux? Well, you know, funny thing is, I've been living there for 26 years, and I'm not there anymore, but I've been there for 26 years, and I've only played in Montreux once. And I think that says a lot about the metal scene there. I think there's a lot more demand from fans in the German-speaking part of Switzerland. In Montreux, there's a lot of things happening, but definitely not in metal, or I mean, not on a, you know, not that you really hear about. It's just like, nah, there's a little bit of metal, but I would not consider it like a very important stop for metal bands. What are future plans for Ad Infinitum? Well, we are right now writing the second album, which is actually the third album if you count the acoustic album, but I would still call it chapter 2. And we're super excited. I mean, we've been working on the, you know, merchandising that we're sending ourselves, and planning some festivals and tours. So now, right now, what we're doing is crossing our fingers that everything will go well, and we're super excited to prepare the next steps and impatient to finally meet everyone on the road.